Howdy, everybody. Hold on, let me get ready. Where's my drink? Hey, Grand Attack. How's it going? Sorry, everybody. I just came from the bathroom and had to take an immensely huge dump. Other than that, I'm fine. Let you know you're live. That's why I'm panting and groaning and moaning right now. The exciting, delightful. Thank you for letting us know that, Dr. Baby. I mean, it explains the 12 minutes or 15 minutes starting up, doesn't it? No, it's fine. No, just the usual stuff. I'm sorry, I was supposed to start at 6 o'clock tonight, but I had to run some errands, and you know how it is. Life gets in the way of being the gamer of the year. Oh. So I think this is going to be the final stream of Disco Elysium. By the way, are the levels good? Because last time the game was not that loud, and I turned it up a bit. This is a hard game to, like, sound check with, because it's mostly quiet. I'm okay, though I forgot to sleep yesterday, and then I realized a few hours ago that I forgot to eat today, too, both yesterday and today. Every time you come into the stream, it seems like you're hanging on to dear life. I really hope that my stream is not, you know, preventing you from doing what you need to do to better your life. So, but if you're also using this as a distraction from the pain that is existence, yay, more power to you. But yeah, let me know if levels are good, because when I uploaded the last episode, it seems like everything was a little quiet. Or at least the game was quiet, so I did bump up the game volume a little bit. But you know, this is a hard game to sound check, because the music swells and whatnot. It's really loud in my headphones, though. But it will eventually die down. But yeah, just let me know if it's good. And let me know if all the levels are consistent. I could turn this game down a little bit here. Hold on. It's just really loud in my headphones. I'll turn it back up. No, not at all. The iron grip of depression just dulls desires to the point that I often forget about the most basic of needs. Well, I'm sorry that you're living with depression. And I hope that life gets better for you. I don't know. I really do. That is the best thing to say, by the way, if you're a streamer and somebody says something like that. There was a streamer a little while ago who, like, got after somebody for saying that her, like, mom died on stream. And I'm just like, why would you get after this poor woman? Or just, you know, hey, I have it, like, that seems like a perfectly valid reason to miss some streams. People on Twitch are fucked. Myself included. But, yeah, last time we streamed this game, it was what? We had a dream sequence that was absolutely heartbreaking, because I don't know if you've ever, I mean, it felt like something out of like a great movie. You know what I mean? From like the 70s or 60s. It felt like a great European movie scene that I was watching. And I don't think any game that I've ever played, ever, has captured the misery of a breakup than this game has. I thought that's what got to me, was just like, it is absolutely fucking miserable going through a breakup. Yeah, heart-wrenching dream sequence really makes you feel sorry for the people involved. Yeah, I mean, that's what got to me. It's like, you know, there's a reason you got me intrigued. I gotta try this game. Hello, C.R. Gibbs. Good to see you. I was only giving you hell about not showing up. I was just gupping you, but I'm glad you're here. The writer must have had some real traumatic breakups to forge. Yeah, I mean, there was some real shit in that last sequence. No, yes, you do. Yeah, I give everybody guff. So, don't feel like you're the only one. Let me, like I mentioned earlier, let me know if the levels are good this time, because last time I streamed, apparently the game was just a little bit too quiet. So I wish that I had like a producer sometimes to be like, yes, these are the perfect levels. But you really have to learn like audio production along with this. That's the thing about streaming that people don't tell you. It's like, you're not just playing a game, you're kind of learning how to mix things on the go. So that part is really actually pretty fun. Sometimes, when everything is not running well, that's when it's like, ugh. This game is amazing. Play it more than once. It's alright. I'm gonna probably play it again just to see what outcomes I can do, but that'll be off stream because it's already turning into a really long game. I mean, this is like what, stream number 10 of this, which I kind of figured that would be the case. But yeah, tonight I'm gonna stream, tomorrow, and then unfortunately only 2 streams next week, as both me and Mike will be very busy with life things. I'll be doing some overtime actually with my job. Excuse me. So unfortunately only 2 streams next week, Friday and Saturday. But they're gonna be long streams, so we'll make up for that. And plus we're doing a get that bread, son. Yeah. I mean, I make some bread on Twitch, but not a lot. Yeah, you can play with several different builds and choose to have a certain disposition, be it political, social, or psychological. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I went on the Wikipedia page of this, and just like the world, just like the lore behind this game is just crazy. But yeah, well, let's finish it tonight. I think we have about 2.5 hours left of this game. I'm gonna roughly guess that, but of course, I'm a slow gamer. So for all I know, it could turn into a 4-hour stream. I mean, we're already like 23 minutes in, so let's just get this train wreck rolling. Anyway, last we checked, we woke up from a really bad dream. You see candles planted on a broken rangefinder.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized.
Sift through them.
Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures.
Oh, classic story.
Popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin. Husband and wife. Widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive?
Good question.
Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica an international thriller about circuit benders.
Oh, my favorite.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Does anything stand out as unusual?
Oh yes,
Whoa.
under the bed, there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory. That is,
I'm a beast with critical theory.
literature, published by small imprints such as Abattoir Firm and Elysium. It's not exactly like reading.
Look, Kim, powerful communist theory, rigorous and truthful. Look, Kim, deranged commie ranting. Low-key downbeat dribble for people who can't get shit done. Look, Kim, a book. Left wing. I have no comments. Do you?
Elysium.
Achievement unlocked, the world's most laughable centrist.
Not a lot of critical theory around in Ravachol West anymore.
Your incendiary remark has failed to provoke him.
Critical theory books. What do you think this means?
Again, I am not a philosopher, but whoever has lived here, they have some education and a certain set of interests.
They have a certain
Interesting.
Leave. A moth-bitten bed sheet keeps the wind out.
Soft covers.
Oh, yeah, I looked at this. Something over here. A suit. Fallen arrow shirt. Okay. I guess I can get rid of the flashlight. So. Determine where the shot came from. Check island for bullet traces. Hangman's boots. Anyway. Take all -2 empathy, but +2 empathy, but -1 composure. Okay. Well. More magnesium. Definitely need that. $1.15 and magnesium. Okay. Is there anything else in here?
You see a small metal door nested inside.
So many doors in this
a heavy
game.
steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
How do we open this?
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He looks at the door, then his biggest brother, and then the lock. I find it's not opening it highly unlikely.
Alright, I retract my statement. It was naive. Let's look around and get it open.
What's on the other side?
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
Right, well. Open the blast door. Maybe from the console? If there's a button? Oh. A clue! Can I get up here? Yes, I can. Did I come from over here? Okay, obviously I can't go that way. Let's try that, going this way. Down, down, and down again. Ah, this must be it.
Green paint flicks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
What is this then?
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
Could this open the blast door?
Possibly. Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radio diffusé. It sounds like this device was used to control the electronics here. Maybe it still does.
Turn emergency open.
We need to restore power before using this, officer. The generator, it didn't look like... We should look around outside. There are barrels all over. Maybe one of them
Oh,
still
wait.
has something.
The console looks on as you talk.
Hold on. Didn't I have that? Items. Speed bottle. Alcohol. Interact. Fuck, didn't I have a fuel canister? What happened to that? I thought I had a fuel canister. Did I sell that? I must have sold it. Damn it. Well, alright then. Maybe there's something on the island. Could be fuel on the island tucked away somewhere. Good. Well, let's check. Let's look around. Get a feel for it. I borrowed it. Thank you. I could have swore that I had a fuel canister in my inventory for like the longest time, and it was like $14 or something like that. I must have used it for something else. Anyway. Autumn Island. It must have been a direct hit to take out such a huge chunk. Distant sound of cargo ships, signal horns, echo in the water. It makes me want to sing. Let's slip around. Just checking out an island. No big deal. Is there nothing around here? The winch is broken. Rust has eaten what remains of the chain.
A strange feeling looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea.
Fuck's sake.
Leave it all and walk in with a bottle in your hand.
Shake your head. I'm good on that. I can't go that way anyway, so. Thank you, depression. You're like a warm sweater that improves with age. Inside the fortress, you make out the console and the blast door. Pain in your pelvis makes you wince, then you continue. Oh, there's some stuff over here. The depot that supplied this chain is long gone from the coast. Hey, fuel canister! Boom! A weathered artillery map showing coordinates in the Bay of Revachol. An old medicine cabinet. Knew you should talk with Dramamine. 20 cents. And Dramamine. Like they wouldn't notice me seeing that.
There's a rain-soaked mattress,
Another mattress
on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, totally forgot to mention this earlier. I have 200 follows. I have 200 followers. So thank you guys. Really do appreciate everybody who follows this channel. Love you all so much. Thank you for making me accomplish my goal. And yeah, really cool. Really cool. We achieved a milestone the other day, actually. So I had 201, but somebody unfollowed me, which was probably, you know, why not? Oh yeah, 200 follows. Very cool. Thank you all so much.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
Inspect the mattress.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns.
A good place to hide. Cozy. Relatively safe from the rain.
He pokes the mattress. Inspect the wall.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Touch the concrete first.
Quite old and grimy,
Ugh.
from years without cleaning. By
When's the
anything
last time
other
this
than
guy
the
took a
rain.
shower, by the way? He's got days of filth. There'll always be that one troll that unfollows. Yeah, well, yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Look through the hole in the concrete.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation. A tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
On the left?
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
On the right.
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the Whirling in Rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
And between the two...
The box-shaped silhouette of the Whirling in Rags. Its sloped
Motherfucker.
roof.
This is
tiny
it.
fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop. Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
Yep. Motherfucker.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
Yes, there's an opening between 33A and 10. I can see to the roof.
I can see it. Through the scope of a rifle.
Yep.
The shooter would be prone,
This is it.
lying on the mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
Cheek against a cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Of course. Kim, I can make it. I can make the shot.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Alright. Well. Do I want to unlock Jamrock Shuffle? Oh, this isn't ready yet. Okay. What am I low on? Thank you for those emails. Hot on the case. Perception? Yeah, let's bring that up. Perception is always good.
Affirmative.
Booyah. Master cop work.
It's only moderately effective cop work until we have the weapon. It will not be, how do you say it? Booyah? Until we have that.
Booyah. Will the shooters still be here?
Where?
On this island.
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says,
We should move now.
Turn away. Yeah, let's go. He's close. I smell his fear. You feel eyes on your back. Someone's watching, but you can't say where. He's gonna come for you! Watch out! This hatch is jammed shut. Water rushes below, far down below. Okay, well, we have a canister of fuel.
the console is powered off and covered in dust.
Yeah, hold on. Let's go up here. Actually, let's go here. So we need to power this place up.
This old
More
cylindrical
fuel in the
lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up
Oh, that's
to
a
the
good
fuel
four.
tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid
Like
pours out,
brown.
and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
Pull
The
the rope.
recoil start wakes the old generator up. The
Wake up,
machine
wake
sputters
up,
like
wake
an
up.
old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Cool. Leave. Now we got fuel for the generator. So turn this on.
A dim gold.
It's on. Turn emergency open.
Yes.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks.
There we go.
A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Awesome. We have access. It's a very slow opening door, but game, come on, you can speed it up. Thank you. Okay, do you have to animate every single second of the door opening? I get it.
After you.
Or outside. When we were walking across the sand, I felt someone watching me.
So did I. Not back there, but I felt it since we came here.
What if we get into another fight?
Don't worry. I have a gun.
He takes out his sidearm, checks the barrel, and holsters it again.
Harry, this reminds you, you're out of bullets.
Shit, I am. My gun is out of bullets, by the way.
Then it's extra good that mine is not.
Okay, you call the shots, Lieutenant. What's there?
I don't know.
A thin wisp of smoke rises from a charred black fire pit. The wind
Yeah, let's save. Zoom out all the way. I always feel like somebody's watching me. What's this over here? A rubber dinghy! It's deflated, broken. Small. Small white flower blossom all around you. This is no time for you to be poetic. Thanks for the Bob Seger earworm. It's actually Jerry Rafferty, but yes. Oh, who are you? Is this the killer?
An old man wearing tracksuit
No,
trousers
it's
leans on the frame stock of his rifle.
Very old man.
He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth,
But Bob Seger's close enough.
then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours. Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp.
You've retained your eyesight.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
I fueled the generator and used the console.
I should have burned that console down.
How did you know I was coming?
The boat engine. On the water.
Nice gun you got there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But
I'm
gets the
pretty
job
sure that's a
done.
Metallica song. Hello, Camelonius. Welcome to the stream, my friend. This is should be the last stream of Disco Elysium. Tomorrow night is going to be Plague Tale Requiem. So, but yes, thank you for coming in, and also thanks to 200 follows. I'm going to keep saying that tonight, but yeah, thank you all so much for the love and support. Really appreciate it. Been having fun with this one. I haven't checked it out yet. Having a blast. It's an amazing game. It really is. I cannot recommend this game enough. It's really, really good. Is it a Bell McGrave?
It's a 3-Angong 446.
Ah, totally off. Yeah, I got a lot of great reviews. Well, rightfully so.
Southeast Samarin made, exotic, must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
Black market, dark web. I don't know.
It was sent to us by our brothers.
Are the levels
in
good, by the way,
Seattle
guys?
from
Because I really need to know.
military
Can you hear the game and me okay? The last time I uploaded to YouTube, it just felt like things were a little quiet. So, let me know if levels are good. If the game's too quiet or whatever. Just let me know.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
The Hiss and Yell commune.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the ball.
His gaze turns inward. Your weapon has stayed true to you. Mine has stayed true to me too. Put your hand on your belt.
Yes. I bet you've killed a lot of people with it. You fascist fuck.
Whoa, alright. Well, didn't have to go there, but you did.
Have you come to make me one of them?
His grip on the rifle tightens.
We have come to ask you questions. Nothing more.
The lieutenant puts his hand on his holster. Put the gun in the holster.
If you do not comply, we will take you in. Do you understand?
That's all the answer he gives. Sir, I need you to put that gun down so that we can talk further. We're with the police.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander. of
Authority. I should have increased my authority. Alright. Can I say it here? No. I am an enemy commander of rank. Put it down.
The words, "I am an enemy commander," sound cold as iron from your lungs. The old man still hugs his gun.
And what rank would that be? Dog.
Lieutenant W. Flater.
A big wheel of the 4th Regiment of the Pederast Army. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway.
No, it's a walking stick that goes boom, but yes, a walking
It's out
stick.
of bullets.
Oh, okay, well then, whatever. It'd be great if you threw it down and just... Fuck, my leg! The old man lays the rifle down carelessly, then stares at it, just lying there.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
What have you been using this gun for?
No reply. His leg twitches. You went in too fast. Overeager. He sounds like he hasn't gotten to speak to another human being in a long time. Especially about politics. That's what you should do first.
Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross.
Oh, what a name.
Political
Josef
commissar of the
Lilianovich.
114th
Oh.
Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol.
So this guy's got quite a history.
I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my terminal surrender.
His eyes turn to the reeds again, dead and dull.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insulindian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient,
Oh,
and
language.
consigned to emergency defense duties in 08.
Call the control.
I left my
so
unit
majestic.
on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
You've been on this island for 43 years?
No. I've been on other islands, too.
I'm an idiot. Please bear with me. He looks into the fire. A wisp of smoke rises from somewhere between the charred logs.
I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
This should tell you how much you've been listening to the game. Again, you've been hiding here for 43 years. You said you deserted your unit. What is this place? This island? How you survived all this time? How have you concealed yourself all these years? Right. You said you deserted your unit.
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Lapse of faith?
You could say I
Suck my
misunderstood the
unit.
historic role of the proletariat.
Kids.
And thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took
For what?
for reaction to take hold.
What's reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
We all have a tiny bourgeois person in us trying to run away. It wasn't reaction. You were just afraid.
It's the same thing. You haven't seen it. Not really. Not naked. It's impossible not to be afraid.
And this was... when?
The lieutenant instinctively looks to his notebook, but does not pick it out.
May the 13th, 08. 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky. It looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic.
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower,
He gestures towards it.
huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
He looks east.
A terrible shame still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
You didn't go to the map room.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak.
Wow.
A mouse, frightened at the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
It's a hell of a helicopter impression you got.
Airships, multi-rotored airships used in the landing.
Airships?
Aerostatics. The landing had started. I climbed out
Charlie,
into hell. There were ships all above, hissing, whirling, and men pouring out. The chain was submerged, so I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered.
There's a Bruce Springsteen song in the making with this guy.
They'd all drowned in the lower levels, or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Serious war music. Seen what?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for
War is hell.
1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death.
What an
The
uplifting
sweetest,
human.
most courageous people in the world.
He's silent
You
for a
see
second.
fear and power in its eyes. Then you know
What?
that the bourgeois are not human.
Say nothing. Let him finish.
I had to. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
The old man falls silent. His black eyes keep piercing your skin as he looks to some great distance behind you, shaking his head slowly, retreating from it. What is this place, this island?
It's not an island, Dwight. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
Why are you defending this island? The war was a long time ago, man. What was it used for?
The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun.
So this guy
to
must be really
defend
old then.
against an airborne landing.
He's gotta be like 60 or 70 years old.
Against the whole world.
He never recovered from the war. You mean the landing? Retaking of Revachol?
Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
Coalition military.
Iblis,
Iblis.
the black-eyed angel.
How have you survived all this time?
How does anyone survive? I steal.
Now hold on there.
That's a choice. You could have become self-employed, create the system.
You're insane and grotesque. Everyone steals. Vegetables, supplies. It's the life of a dog.
Well, the war really fucked you up, dude. Stops once more and puts his hand on his belly.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stew, too.
Lovely! Blood in your stool, blood in your stool. Cancel my appointments, I got blood in my stool.
He does seem frail, gaunt for his age, more like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
Yeah, he's definitely an old man.
DRCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die.
A droll smile stretches
You
across his
don't
mouth.
have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
We also have Dramamine.
We have Dramamine and other opioid-based painkillers. You must be in pain.
I have been running out of that stuff.
A light goes on in his eyes. He smacks his dry lips.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now.
Oh boy. This is a serious situation. You need to be looked over and we can do it.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
How have you coped mentally?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of...
His eyes roll into his skull and back.
I don't even know what. Inferno?
I also live in hell.
At least you know it. The traders of this city turned the lights back on in the 30s, after the fighting stopped. Ruins, glittering in the dark like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
He looks down at his shoes, his face parched from the sun and the wind. There's a wince of pain in there somewhere.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
How have you concealed yourself all these years?
It was hard in the 10s. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of
Boogie
course.
Street, huh?
Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequency's dead.
How did you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy.
Dinghy!
I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial
Just walk
vagrant.
there.
I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
He falls silent, his gaze fixed on the shacks huddled together across the water. A weapons cache under St. Gislen 22B, in the basement. Have you been there?
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right?
They were damaged beyond use.
I know.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
Of course. Why don't you just walk there?
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting, drinking, laughing.
There's a small bunker under the Feld building. Have you stayed there?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys.
Kill themselves.
A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
Tell me another thing.
The old man looks across the water, at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
You said this is your termless surrender.
You're with the RCM. The coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. a so-called Lieutenant W. Freighter.
We're with the RCM. Let's leave it at that.
Let's. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, the Parti Communiste dans le Monde. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
Hand shakes and he breaks into a coughing fit.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire.
Guy's lost his damn mind.
Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
You never signed the Revacholian Instrument of Surrender.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors who should have been burned alive. I answer to the Communist Party.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the party didn't surrender?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
Understood.
I don't think you did. You live in a delusion. Radio shows, speed racing, and sporting goods. It's not real.
So you're a communist soldier from the Communist Army.
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
But you said you were trained and assigned to the Defense Corps.
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
That means you're a trained communist, right?
He nods slowly, then another tremor.
I'm not really into politics myself.
You're inert lumpen with a gun.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology.
He then turns to the old man.
We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
The old man spits into the fire pit.
Yeah,
He
now that
does
we know
not
everything
say
about
anything
you,
more.
let's move on.
A jitter passes his lower body. There's definitely something off with his body. Something more than just metabolism, or even cancer.
Again, you've been hiding here for 43 years?
43 years and 10 months.
That's insane.
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
He looks across the water.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are
into the
alive
city.
with workers, men, women, children, street hawks and migrant laborers. The temperature is steady. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41.
Always waiting.
The old man turns his eyes from the shore and back to you. For what?
For her to return.
Her who?
Girl, child, revolution.
Girl child revolution.
Always.
I'm afraid she's gone.
The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves.
He nods and blinks his black eyes.
The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
I have another serious question for you.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
Pick up the gun lying in the sand.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire.
Start it closer.
The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut.
It's very detailed.
On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangon, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
So as he said, it's a Triangong, made in Xinjiao.
Warren. Personalized even. Looks like this weapon has seen a lot of use, hasn't it, sir?
No response from the old man. The plastic cape around his shoulders rustles in a small
Is this
bout
the gun?
of wind.
This used jacked ammunition. 4.46.
Jacketed, military-grade ammunition, stable in flight, good for hitting something that's very,
think we found
very
our
far
guy.
away.
He says mostly to the old man.
As he speaks, he stresses every word. He's liking this.
Stow the gun.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly.
I don't know if this is the guy, but I think that is the weapon.
This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In time.
So that's his body language.
For a 60-year-old man with stomach trouble, who spent his entire life alone on an uninhabited island, he seems
Very low.
surprisingly fit.
That's it?
He's clearly a drug user of the painkiller sort, prone to erratic hand gestures, and malnourished.
I don't know if he
That's
did
it.
the killing, though.
The moment
That is the
passes,
weapon, I
and
think.
you say,
One more time, what have you used this gun for?
What have I used it for? I've used it for killing people.
Well, okay.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war.
You rolled snake eyes, that is always a failure regardless of
Class
skill.
war is
Yeah, well.
never over.
28%, so yeah.
so he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay.
That's...
This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while.
But what?
This is what you live for. This is the shit. The great serotonin jackpot.
Finally.
The solution.
My morale is heat.
Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
So you're saying you killed people after active fighting stopped?
What did I just say?
He keeps shaking his head erratically suddenly. He brushes something out of his eye.
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
Did you use that gun to shoot and kill the mercenary on the coast?
The who now?
He leans in and cups his ear.
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
The corpse in ceramic armor hanging behind the whirling rags. Did you shoot him?
Oh, yes. That one.
Ah!
Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
Lieutenant takes a sudden step toward him. Everybody, I need you all to lean in close. This is the moment of truth. Did he do it? Crane doesn't... Oh, there went my webcam. Stay.
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol.
Out on the case.
I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
We've done the ballistics. The shot came from the island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession.
The lieutenant softens his voice.
You've been here a long time, Mr. Dras. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
You said fascist. You're admitting you killed him.
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad.
You're a communist. I talked to the dead man. He told me communism killed him.
Stupid twat.
He scoffs.
The lieutenant looks at you with worry in his eyes.
Yes, I held a seance with his soul. It has shown me the way, and the way leads to you.
Matter does not behave in such a way. Those are aberrant bourgeois musings. Magic earl creatures. Esoteric theosophy. It's all crypto-fascism. Your brain is rotting from the radio waves.
He looks at the air, then turns to the lieutenant.
He does not answer the provocation. It does not look like he thinks this approach worked. But still, somehow you knew it was a communist.
How?
Perhaps you suspected it before you took the case. The vision was you remembering that.
Droid means right. Oh. Okay.
Standing there, slack-jawed, brain festering.
What am I forgetting?
Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clancy's bed.
Right.
Now, they're gonna
Of course. Thank you, Head. Thank you.
You got it. Remember? Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal.
Yeah, I gotcha. Wonder what brand of boots you're wearing.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa. Some shit.
Show me the souls, please, Mr. Dras.
Fucking imbecile.
The old man stretches out his leg. A black and white spiral pattern covers the sole of the worn-out old running shoes on his feet.
The maker is called Sensory. You see their V-shaped logo, but can't make out the size. These are not the unusual horizontal pattern soles.
But they do. They are the same size.
Dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the sole.
Wait, maybe it's simpler than that.
Simpler? No.
92%! Come on!
Will never connect.
They have footprints everywhere. I hate
The
them.
lieutenant raises his brow. Not now. Stop yourself.
People change shoes, detective. It was you. You were there, weren't you? Crawling and whirling in the rags. What were you doing? Some kind of reconnaissance? Preparing the scene? Listening in on her?
Trying to rack your brains. You're desperate to report something back to your masters. They must have really loved that dead fuck.
The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire.
All right.
Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance.
Okay, let's back up for a moment. Tell me this.
You're lost, Dwat. You're lost.
One more time, Mr. Drust. The Colonel. We need to talk about you killing him.
Petty bourgeois law. This is all you care about, right? The only thing in the world for you types.
A drop of blood in the saliva.
Yeah, God, dude.
That's
Get
right.
something good to eat.
Pile it all on him now. 3 should do it. Maybe 4.
I don't need your cooperation. I've got this.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistols. I've seen you prance around with those. Jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys.
Of course it was a
killed.
political assassination.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. It's not just empty boasting. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let
Stop
it divert
changing the subject. We have the murder weapon.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
You think I'm calling it? We have the murder weapon.
Good.
Boom. Finally. Interfacing. Mission. Electrochemistry. Shiver. Half-light. Authority, maybe. Drama. Conceptualization. Logic. Just fucking logic. Level it up.
This feels good, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah,
Everything the blade
absolutely.
is. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder.
The old man does not say more. He just glances through the reeds and then twitches once more.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
He was a killer, but he was still under the protection of the law.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies.
He sounds like the Grim Reaper from Monty Python's The Meaning of Life.
40 years. You know?
Well, you're dead now, so shut up.
Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies
mean, he does
and
have a point.
prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
He breathes through flared nostrils.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in
Got it!
Retrol.
Got him! Gotcha, bitch! You're under arrest. Crime doesn't pay. You can almost see him squeeze a tear out of his eye. The fists begin to tremble from the anger.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
Just nod.
I had them in my sights. Both of them.
That's right.
Him and
Confess to the crime. I'm hot on the case.
And I pulled the trigger
What
and
to the
flew on the
bed?
air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still.
Ooh, you didn't have to say that. Then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
The lieutenant asks after a second of silence.
Yes.
Single word is all he gives. That's it? That's it? So many level ups. Like, suggestion. Boom. Boom.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The lieutenant takes out his notebook slowly, very slowly.
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
He shrugs and smacks his lips. Yeah, sure, pervert.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from. You can coax it out of him. The lieutenant's preparing the ground.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
He cocks his head to the side, then turns his eyes to the city. Another tremor passes his right side, lower in intensity.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah, I feel like this guy is just like a Dirty Harry type. Maybe he just wants to kill.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
Hey, whoever this voice actor is, he deserves an award.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
You pull the trigger.
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
Dark.
You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
So you were jealous.
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die
So all
he could
this...
not enjoy life anymore.
All this because one guy was bitter about revolutionaries trying to destroy communism. All this was some political action. And then this weird cover-up by both the woman and the Union boys. All this was just one big political shift. All of it. That's deep. That's real deep. But why the cover-ups? And why, I have so many questions. Like, why? A lot of them just, why did they do what they do to try to... And why did they try to frame... why'd they try to pin it on themselves? I guess it was all... I mean, the Union boys I can kind of understand. They wanted to look tough. So... It was all kind of a weird power play, a power struggle. Oh man, it's just good stuff. Good stuff.
And I wanted to see his head explode.
And this guy's also a psychopath.
She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for
This
one
guy's
more
heart is in the
second.
right place, but what he did was
Writhing.
wrong. So...
That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill
Jesus
out
Christ,
on her.
man.
But you can't have everything.
He wants to see her covered in blood. To punish her.
You wanted to punish her, so you killed him.
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
She shakes his head and stares at the
You
ashes.
stare at them too. In your mind, her innocence day still turns to leaf. Airport bag in hand. Silks flowing in her wake.
The dream.
See you tomorrow, Harry. Her voice rings in the evening air. Burning.
Men are insane.
The world is insane.
He raises his gaze. Something glimmers in there. Then it's gone. How long have you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
And beautiful.
And beautiful.
That, too.
How could you see what she looked like? You said it was dark.
The sun came up. Her hair was like cobwebs. She smoked more fags and snorted a line of whatever shit she was on right there. She needed it just to move.
What did you think she hid there?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
Some kind of hidden container in the coast. You looked into it.
Yes, after she'd gone. It was a submersible. Well made, actually.
Sloppy. We should have gotten her to tell us about this. Did you take the documents?
I tried.
No, I put them back. Why would I take them? I'm not going to phone. Oh, I mean,
Moving on. Did you continue watching her after this?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks, and a body hard and lean and bruised all over, black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook, on the run. Revachol's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You know, I really hope that if they ever do make a sequel, that they set it in like one of the other islands that this world, or that this world is set in, because it'd be really interesting to see some of the lore from the other places. I think that'd be really cool.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo.
Like, there's endless
and
potential.
glasses, forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
He's setting it up for you.
Of course he is.
The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
And you can see her bruises through the scope of a rifle.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
How does he know about those minute details about her body?
He must have climbed to the roof, maybe.
How did you get close enough to see her bruises, Mr. Dross?
I have my ways.
You've been through the secret route behind the whirling rags.
Of course.
Those were your footprints. You just
changed
changed
his
your
shoes. Yeah.
I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
Thank God, the lieutenant is picking it up.
But that Nook too?
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
Those two took the cake.
They certainly did.
You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance at you.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
Yeah,
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think
You
I'm
must have had the key.
antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago.
Yes, a bunch
He
of
left
spare keys.
all over. And I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
So in conclusion, it wasn't about him. It was about her.
Her.
He repeats, staring at the ashes and the reeds. There's a twitch in the corner of his eye.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement.
And I'm just leveling up like you wouldn't believe. We're doing good. We're doing good.
Where is she? I haven't seen her there for days.
She got away, but she let us hear first. She figured out someone was watching her from the sea fort.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew. She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, the oceanic wind.
This is
washes 40
inspirational.
story
We
towers.
found the killer's
Above them,
sad music.
Lucerne Central Aerodrome.
There's still an air
A
of
cocoon
sadness
suspended
to this all.
in the
Like, this
sky
could have been avoided.
by a web of suspension wiring, encircled by hybrid aircraft.
Look north.
On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still, she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghost of the city she's leaving for another, far south. Smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Street lights, towers, tenements and water, and across it a dark strip of ruins, barely visible if she didn't squint her eyes. He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done?
He said a lot already.
You could get more out of him. He likes talking. Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
Been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back. The familiar put, put, put of hatred.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
How come?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist.
I mean, there's a lot of racists in Martinez. You got a point.
It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries. Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III.
I'm done listening to this guy ramble. I think it's time to arrest him. He confessed.
Square, to spit on the working class.
Anything more?
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruin.
I'll be right back, y'all. I gotta pee really bad. I've been holding it in for a while. I'll just let you listen to the wonderful music of Sea Power. Be right back. I'm back. In case you couldn't tell.
Intense, like animals. Like those boom boom morons on
Boom
the ice.
boom.
A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
He keeps shaking his head with sorrow for the sight he missed.
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips.
Hey now.
The old whore's
She got me
gone
here.
now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cop parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that
come
the
on.
racists and liberals
So you've been like
are
literally just
dancing
watching
our
people on a
graves.
rifle.
The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Quayamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
Say nothing.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children.
Jesus Christ.
Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that
What a
old
wonderful human
cunt
being.
Frisell is now dead. We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores...
What follows is ominous mumbling. Can't make out a single word. He's just rambling at this
The
point.
disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter.
I've heard enough from this guy.
There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency.
All right. I'm glad we talked about this.
It's all gone.
Joseph Lilanovich Druss, you're under arrest for the murder of the colonel.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The sum of all the erratic movements, fidgeting, and mood swings he's been exhibiting. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will
Yeah, the
be
right
given
to remain
legal counsel
silent
within
and all
1
that
week
other
and must
shit.
face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But...
Do you understand, sir?
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He looks at the reeds, eyes submerged in growing terror.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead. Pupils are dilated too. Eyes getting blacker and blacker.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Wait.
You thought you heard something, but it's just the reeds.
Maybe we could all fit in there.
We could all fit in the little boat?
Actually, no.
First, does it have room for 3?
Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland while the other stays here.
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
Who watches him there while I come back for you?
You come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
Fine.
What is this farce? This is a fucking farce. I can't.
Lillian. You could ask her, maybe.
Maybe I could just ask that netpicker to watch him.
This is no harmless old man.
This fucking world. This world. What is this?
No, listen. Listen now.
You could come back from me once you've taken him to the precinct.
No, it would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you.
Maybe you're right.
This world. What are you talking about? Is this... us?
The wind is cold. From the east, your skin is crawling suddenly.
What's happening? Game? I just want to take this man in. Call it a day. The fuck? What the fuck is going on?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
The fuck was that? What is that?
What are you talking about?
A giant stick insect.
There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster to grab the gun.
I've finally gone insane.
You feel the lieutenant's hand on your back, and then you hear him say 4 words.
I can see it.
Thank God. If he can see, then you're not insane.
What?
But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence, its limbs long and slender.
What is happening?
Be very, very careful.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head.
What
like
in
a
the
woman's
world?
hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints.
Very low.
As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks.
This is the Insectulian plasmid.
It is.
So they're real.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins
Is
to
this
pull
thing
it
gonna
out
kill us?
extremely carefully. It's the camera.
Are you sure? Scare it off.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear. With the sound of metal sliding against metal, the lieutenant reveals the lens. The glass glints in his hand as he begins to slide in an ampoule. You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. The motions are quick, sudden.
The ampoule will produce a loud hiss. You're right. It could scare it away. I need a better moment when it's not looking.
I'll wait. I'm on standby, he thinks, his hands sweaty around the machine. The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their
Say
measure
something
of
to
the
it
air.
quietly, something like, hey.
The creature tilts its tiny head to the side and appears to look at you. It is incredibly light, like the slightest gust of wind should blow it away. But it doesn't. There is a sadness in there. Or is it in you? From the
Alright,
dream.
let's try.
Nothing changes in the cyclical brain motion of the creature's limbs. They are porcelain white on the inside. Its insect mind is impenetrable to your reasoning.
Breathe slowly.
We can't just leave it standing there.
God damn
we
it.
have to do something, detective. It could be...
You've never seen him get this excited. His voice is
I'm not
almost
gonna
trembling.
be able to do this. Fuck. Of course. Of course.
You barely get to take one step.
Hold on, let me try this again.
Where? Where did it go?
You never had a chance.
Hold on.
Our suspect. It looks like it has some kind...
In
I'm
the
gonna
room,
try that again. Load game.
the creature stands on long stilt-like legs.
Where is it?
Antennae hanging. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it
Oh, it's
produces
gone
a
in this.
faint hiss,
There's
like
nothing there.
a reel-to-reel machine spinning.
All right.
after
Let's try it
the
again.
tape breaks.
Wait, is the game broken? Uh-oh. I think I broke the game. Shit. Nothing's happening. Well, I broke the game. Nothing's happening. Alright, hold on, y'all. I broke the game. God damn it. Alright. Sorry. I'm gonna have to restart. No, I know, I broke the game. Hi, James Swagger. I think I glitched it out. Well, anywho. Yeah, let's recast it. That's a pretty unavoidable glitch there. In any case, can we try reloading it? Maybe we'll... Yeah, just give it 1 second here. But yeah, it looks like whatever, when I saved it there, it must have saved during a weird moment. Is it still there? Yeah, it's not, oh, now it's there. Okay. Save.
The creature stands reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it
Bye-bye.
produces a faint
Yeah, I mean, it was
hiss,
because of the fast
like
clicking, I
a
guess, the game
reel-to-reel
trying to do
machine
several
spinning
things at once.
after the tape breaks.
Okay, well.
You barely get to take its blended.
Where?
Alright.
You never had a chance. In some,
Let's try it again.
Like
in the re.
I know it's low. I know it's only 3%, but damn it. I'm just gonna see if we can.
The creature.
Maybe.
reed-like
Oh,
tuft.
yeah.
it is.
You glance
We need a.
from the corner of your
Stop.
eye.
Let me approach
I
it
won't
first.
be one of those fools.
You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out.
There's really nothing
Its
more you can do to
motions
heighten
are quick,
electrochemistry. I
sudden.
mean, I did level up a bunch, but I forgot that. Oh yeah, clothing. Hold on. I do have a bunch of clothes. So hold on. Clothes. Electrochemistry. Yes. Oh wait, that was the same clothes. Okay. Pain threshold, empathy, logic, interfacing, shivers, rhetoric, empathy, one logic, suggestion, social. Okay, no, that's about it. That's about all I can do.
The creature stands. Reed-like tufts stick out.
Still
of its
3%.
joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a
Alright.
faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks.
Okay, hold on. Let
Barely
me...
get to take. It's blending in.
Where? Where?
You never had a chance. There was in some
Ours just. It looks like it has some.
in the
All right,
room.
let's try that again. One more time. It's very low though. But you never know.
The creature's reed-like tufts stick out of its joints.
No.
As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape.
Okay.
You barely get to take one step. The invertebrate reacts with uncanny speed, skating away across the water. It's
Only a
gone,
double six
like a
work.
skipping stone.
Try it again. I'm just gonna keep doing
The
it.
creature's reed-like tufts stick out of its joints.
Nope.
As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after you barely.
Breaking the game, breaking the game.
The creature's reed-like tufts stick out of its joints.
Nope.
As the
It is not
insect
necessary to
moves
complete the game
its
successfully,
forearms,
just so you know.
it
I
produces
know,
a
I'm just
faint
trying.
hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning.
It's probably not even
after
that important.
You barely get to take one
Yeah.
step.
I'm only gonna try one more time anyway. I kind of just want to,
The creature's reed-like tufts stick out of its joints.
Fuck it,
As
man.
the insect moves
Just
its
fuck it.
forearms,
It's
produces
impossible.
a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after you barely get to take. It's blending into the tufts of reeds in the distance, moving from islet to islet.
Where? Where did it go?
Lieutenant has the camera in one hand, the slip of white paper in the other, developing.
You never had a chance. There was something off the moment you approached it. It was
Yeah, the
strange.
insect will have a lot more significance
Of
depending on whose side quest you decide to focus on. Eh, whatever. I think it went to the reeds there on the islet.
Looks like it doesn't like to stay out in the open for long.
What now?
What now?
The old man behind you repeats suddenly. He put his hand to the ash. It's dirty and black.
in some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Our suspect's not looking so good. We should check him over. Also, it looks like it has some kind of nest there. Maybe there's proof in there.
In the reeds, where the phasmid was.
Yeah, we'll just do that then. Fuck it. Half-light. A rifle scope. Ah! Makes sense. Anyway.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Sir, how can you not see the phasmid? He stares at the reeds and falls silent.
Mr. Dras?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking, like an addict of some terrible substance.
Touch his shoulder gently.
The plastic cape feels coarse. A light shiver passes the man. Other than that, no reaction.
Oh, am I supposed to feel
feels
sympathy
small
for you
and
after you
frail.
shot that guy? Is that what's going on?
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dras?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for
Oh,
boats,
okay, well,
I
that's
think it's
complete.
safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
We found some things in the phasmid's nest, Mr. Dross.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
I'm gonna let you rest now, Mr. Dross.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of
There
wind.
you go, catatonic?
His
What's
back
going on
is
here?
slouched, and his mouth open. The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a wind.
What has happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
I think it's the phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
Been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it is in its company?
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this.
You
This will be one
dumbass!
hell of a report. They'll think we're insane.
He will have to be very convincing and very sober to make them
Oh,
believe
no.
so.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here, if we don't take too long.
Alright, the return. Use the boat. Get out of here. You mean to tell me you've not been taking notes this whole time? Or had like a recorder or something? He confessed! Confessed, I say! He has been sleeping on the job, Kim!
ICM? This feels familiar.
I don't care. I got enough thoughts. So.
The skiff is swaying on the waves.
Return
by
to the
dock.
mainland.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet, but for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
And planks creak beneath your weight. So what do I do now? The return. I guess. I mean, we're back on the mainland.
Look what the tide
Oh,
brought
okay.
in.
Suddenly, his expression changes and he tilts his head.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses
Duh.
rolling in rags. But where are his sunglasses?
Wait, you're the man with sunglasses.
That's right. And you're bleeding.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstrom.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trond Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
Hello.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Well, you guys really are so sympathetic.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions,
We might need your help with something later.
Yeah, suddenly regaining his confidence.
as if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
Naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
She says warmly, flashing Lieutenant the tiniest of smiles.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
No one else seems bothered by the bleeding.
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
What is this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trant, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets. Shit, kid. What an interesting moniker.
Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry.
He shifts his weight, crosses his arms, and looks you in the eye.
You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson?
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
Why didn't you detect or die then?
Oh, you think it was cool you saying that? Aesthetic somehow? You were crying when we got here. Breaking things. You said we were going into the abyss. None of us wanted to see the abyss. So we fucked off. Like you told us to.
You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman.
Lieutenant, my name is not horse-faced woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends.
Wait, let me just check this thing here. The fuck? I don't give a shit about that. Alright. We're still friends. I just have a stupid head.
Okay. Because you're my commanding officer, I really want to respect you. I want us to have a normal relationship.
Made it to the end, Gigi. Hello, Warcry Mango. If that is your real name. Yes, we are at the end of the game.
That will never happen, Jude. He's the rudest man on earth.
Oh, fuck off.
He's the reason why the rest of us have to take sensitivity training. And I hate sensitivity training.
How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
I understand. Okay. It is. I am, in fact, a mango. Hello, talking, typing mango. Nice to see you. I understand. Okay. Gart told you.
And people on the street helped us too. With
Well,
your
obviously, I've
whereabouts.
talked to literally everybody in this damn town.
You're a legend among the drunks, Harry. A legendary local drunk.
So Trent Hadelstam turns out to be Special Consultant Trent Hadelstam. I should have known.
Yes, I'm Trant Heilerstein. I never said I wasn't Trant Heilerstein.
So what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed by
Trent?
Einstein in a
You're
sense,
actually
like
Trent.
partial
I should have known, you
amnesia,
backstabbing
personality
prick.
theory.
Sorry.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on.
You mentioned a task force?
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Yeah, totally. I get it. Major crimes unit.
He doesn't remember.
All right.
See? He really doesn't remember. It wasn't a sick joke. At least that's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
None of this is ringing any
The
bells.
bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, pound, and so on.
Not that bad.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism. I am the law. You are all under arrest. Wait, socioeconomically? You think I'm so poor I lost my memory?
Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory... I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still, I don't think it should be off the table here.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
Yeah, damn capitalism fucking with your brain.
No, not like that. I'm not talking for school here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism.
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been.
Girl broke
Who
up with
isn't?
me, I went crazy,
I know
lost
I
my
am.
mind, went to a
But you know
drinking
what?
spree. A woman broke up with me and I turned into Tom Waits. It's that simple.
I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two
Look, I'm just a
drugs case,
pathetic drunk. What do
the
you guys
other when
want?
we looked into that mural.
And I really like speed.
The two cases in your ledger, the unsolvable case and the Next World mural, those were recent. Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely
Oh shit, you reminded me that I need my medication.
What if this is not a significant
Yes,
anomaly at all?
you need to
Something to
take
be
your
explained,
speed, Grant.
posed as a defect. Look at the sensory input.
Sorry. Oh my god.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless.
I don't like
I'm
John.
glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I'm ready to lead again.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
Alright, fuck you. What now?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
The time had come. Tequila sunset.
Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Tequila sunset. Not sunrise because you're almost dead. So funny, Harry. Thank you for fucking me. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of my payslip. You know that, right? You're gonna get fired, and I'm gonna pay till I die. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Wait, I got my badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
Catch it. Boom. I still got it, people.
Not today, badge.
The drama is unnecessary. I got the badge, all is well.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
My gun is right here.
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill
I'm
someone.
not drunk. I haven't started drinking again.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
None of this matters. My older situation, it's meaningless compared to what I've discovered.
What you discovered? You let the suspect escape, a certain Glacier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the reports, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
That's just a small detail in a huge case you know nothing about.
Sure, if it's part of your master plan. Let's not even get into the other suspect who also escaped. Another detail? Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 7 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It
couldn't
was
help
fucking
that.
mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals. He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot and survived only because of his armor. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
I also solved the case. It's solved. All of it.
Detective, it's better if I do that.
It's so much better if he does.
Sure.
A
Fine.
million
Whatever.
times
Take
better.
the fucking credit.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
Shithead.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Is that important? It's the case is important. Who cares about my brain?
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue.
Oh, I
He
see.
likes to apologize.
It's like everything I've done in this
making
game.
it sound like
Kim's
he's
gonna.
guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's odd, especially in light of his political views.
This is the game reminding you of all the choices you made.
He grinds.
God,
He
I
makes
got the
the
worst
react.
ending in Witcher 3.
He's a
Please
vigilante,
let me have a good
money
ending.
machine, which is just. Other still, he is also a Mazovian socio-economist who believes in liquidating the ruling class. How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not know, but he is vocal.
I'm
about it.
confusing.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time. But despite all this, he is a great detective.
Right.
One of the best I have seen, in fact.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you so much.
He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has
Roll
not
them
once
bows.
stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless.
Madly driven. I won't stop until I get my man. Or should I say my condolences, Kim?
Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, was a valiant effort. He really
I
sang his
really
heart out.
tapped into some Leonard Cohen, Tom Waits shit with that karaoke song.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator.
I did
on the
it.
island
I
right
did it.
now, awaiting transportation.
Throw them bows. What you gonna do when bad boys, they hold a lot of dung. They hold a lot of dung, Bubba Hotep.
He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years.
Oh, and I also
he
discovered new
also
species.
Discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect, 3 meters tall. It's on the island, camouflage as the reeds. It unfolded from them.
This is where they won't believe
I
a
did
word
not,
we say.
Unfortunately, get a photo. But I believe it may have been the Insulindian phasmid. ...
Of course.
I know this sounds fantastic, but I'm a 4 times decorated lieutenant of the RCM. I do not make up encounters with cryptids to spice up my day. I am very, very sane.
I don't doubt you, Lieutenant. If you say it was the Insulindian phasmid,
Oh my
then
God.
it was the Insulindian
Oh,
phasmid.
if Pizza Totino's boy was in the crowd in here right now. Boom shakalaka dinde buta bonde, 1 2 bade, aluta bonde da dide boom shakalaka bingan, na bonde da dide boom da bonde binde bunda bing. I'll clip that later for him. So as you can see, I'm pretty okay to say nothing.
By God, is it somehow connected to the case?
This game is really just an advertisement for the classic 1993 Apache Indian song, Boom Shakalaka.
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
Kim, yes, the phasmid may have contributed to his mental state in some way over the years.
So it is connected.
We could order a search. I could get people from EPIS on the island, entomologists, doctors. There must be signs of it in the reeds. If we found the Insulindian phasmid, well, that would be absolutely exceptional. The PR value alone.
There, you need to make your case now. The floor is all yours. He prepared it well.
The killer, Lilanovich Dross. We have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
Revolutionary matronym.
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Prasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was
Who needs a
overturned after
tortilla? I still have a
revolution
hard up my
failed, but not
ass.
before it made it to...
By the way, one of the dialogue options early, just a minute ago, was Boom Shakalaka. So really, this game was just an advertisement for that classic One Tuba Day song.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
He killed a mercenary in an act of jealousy.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years. Like 70-something.
A strange psychosexual fascination. The result of spending all this time...
That's
in
right.
solitude,
Sexual
on the island
frustration
of
is what
despair
made this.
and trauma.
Is what killed
He
this
himself
man.
gave a political reason. In his mind, he had killed an enemy combatant.
Yes.
Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died.
So basically,
Right
we
on
have
the
a
island.
military
And two officers
revolutionist
on the scene.
version
Mr.
of the
Dross
killer from
confessed.
Dirty Harry, who just wanted to kill. But there was some, political, militaristic motivation behind it.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that.
It's more than that. A perfect folding mechanism, like the phasmid.
Perfect folding mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave?
Yeah, seriously.
It is there. Like in your bones.
I haven't drank in a week. Get off my
It
ass!
will pass in time.
Kim, I also started a nightclub in the church. That's not important. I also looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is.
Rue des Saint-Gislain 10. A commercial building where all businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a possible witness in there, and it was close to the crime scene. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach.
Leading
right?
up the streets.
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting time.
So what do you say? You want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude,
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
A quick nod.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
I think I had a pretty good ending. I think I'm pretty happy with this.
we have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait. A few questions before we go. About who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who? Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Fuck you, dude.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Was her name Dora?
Yeah. Dora Engelund, I think.
Not Dora Dubois.
So we weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was
Oof,
way
.mp4.
before my time.
Yeah.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years!
Yeah. Or 7.
Breakthrough imminent.
You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
No, I meant, what did she do?
She was incredibly fuckable.
You son, I'll kill you! You son of a bitch!
Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Heartbreak Welkin.
Heartbreak Wilkin.
Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's
It's
time
not about to go down. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but
But before.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coran.
That explains why I
Should we maybe
connected so well with that gym in the doomed commercial area. It does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything.
The running around, the
running
jump.
around, the
Yes,
jumping,
yes,
the bicep
yes,
curl,
yes,
Your
yes.
inexplicable
I
facial
mean, where
hair.
my father lives, the sun sets in early December, rise again in early January. Sunset at 3 p.m. isn't very far-fetched. Well, you do live in Sweden. So, I mean, this is Eastern Europe, so yeah, I guess the sun sets at 3 p.m. The collection of phone sportswear I've amassed.
Some of your more old-school wording choices. Your posture, even. The constant stretches.
The raw, robust stamina output.
Damn right. I run this town, and don't you forget it.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy.
God. Contact Mike.
Of course. Contact Mike.
he's been on about Mike again. I hate that guy.
When was this? When was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
Okay, I see now.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
He pulls up his collar and looks around, the cold spring light reflected in the lens of his glasses.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Sequel baiting! Good luck with your report.
No. Good luck with your report.
Lieutenant smiles warmly.
Damn it. Yes, that. We're looking at a real brick here. The sooner you start, the better.
Precinct 41, what kind of station is it?
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Let's wrap this up.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
He tilts his head northward.
Get back to it. We left Torson and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good.
Did we recently shoot up a church by any chance?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be
What
clear.
happened? Why did we need to go there?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast.
So I work in the bloody murder station?
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershore.
I figured it was.
Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
I'm ready.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
The great district hums in the falling rain. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Grand Couronne, from Precinct 41 to Boogie Street, forking into
Boogie
the
Street.
rain-swept horizon.
Sounds like some hippie Grateful Dead shit.
You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window.
I can feel
dreaming
this with my
which right
mind.
strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids.
Man without
smiles.
eyelids. Ooh.
Spring has come. It's time. Torson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Yes. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks out
The
for
fuck is
notice.
this?
I hear he's quite unstable. You say that like
Oh,
it's
just
a
people talking.
bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price points his pen at the doctor. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through, and when he does, he'll side with Revachol. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minot? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Sure. Let's go. Been a pleasure working with you, Kim. You were the best detective money could buy. Well, I've been waiting to say this all stream, and now I'm gonna say it. Case closed. There we go. Poor Harry. What a mess. Remember, everyone, keep your eyes to the ground and your nose to the sky, because crime doesn't pay. And that's it. Disco Elysium. Robert Kurvitz. You made a great game. Oh, that's our adventure, y'all. That's it. Oh, would you know that? What an incredible experience. Yes, what an incredible experience. And look out for the phasmid. And remember, if you see a creature howling at your kitchen door, you better not let him in. Little old lady got mutilated late last night. Phasmids of London again. on the case, and I'm coming for you in the night. In the night! Look out! My name is Harry. I don't know who I am, but I'll get you in 7 days. It's a disco. Elysium. And I'm coming for you in the night. Just remember, crime doesn't pay. Now watch out as I sniff some glue. Yeah, he's Harry. Harry's coming. The elevator's broken and it looks like I'm going to jump. Under now, I'm coming for you because crime doesn't pay. Now play Haunting Ground. I'm not going to play Haunting Ground. It's a janky PS2 horror game. It's not that good. The plot kind of sucks. I watched video of it. It looks terrible. Oh, but yeah. Whoa. Hell yeah. Music by British Sea Power. That's right. One of the most underrated indie rock bands, post-rock, whatever you want to call it, rock bands from Britain of the last 20 years. They did this great soundtrack. So Mikey Goodman played the governor guy. Dot Major played that shithead kid. Johnny Hasney played Piss Fuck It. Pierre Maboche played racist lorry driver. Dizzy Dross played the ever-so-wonderful Measurehead. Veronica Shawn, Washerwoman. Okay. I don't think I met all these characters. I think I met most of them. I don't know who Noid is. Must have missed that one. Yes. A Final Cut voice acting. So... who played the narrator? Lenville Brown played the narrator. He is actually a reggae artist. He's got like a ska band. I forget what they're called. Go check him out. Lenville Brown. He's got an incredible voice. I think he said something like he was just overwhelmed because there's literally like 6,000 pages of dialogue that he had to read. So, however much he got paid probably wasn't enough. Oh, diddy bum bum. Reggae! Gaston, there's a lot of Gastons. But yeah, that's probably gonna be it for tonight. I don't really feel like streaming another game after this. It would be kind of pointless just to start a new game, especially this late. But yeah, I remember that song from 8 Crazy Nights. I don't really remember 8 Crazy Nights. Is that a movie or a show? I have no idea. Very hard to exploit handicapped person. That was a character? Wait, what? Yeah, alright. But yeah, tomorrow night, we're gonna start a new game. Adam Sandler animated movie. Oh yeah, I heard it wasn't that good. But tomorrow night, we are going to play a new game. We are going to play A Plague Tale Requiem. Now, what I'm going to do so that you all can catch up with the story before I stream is I'm going to play a YouTube video called, I think it was called like A Plague Tale Innocence Story Recap. Because I need to watch it too, just to remember what actually happened in that game. But A Plague Tale Requiem was the reason that I bought a 3060 Ti, because I really enjoyed the first game, and I think like the recommended graphics card was like a 6800. I was like, what the fuck? So I ended up getting a 3060 Ti. So you'll finally get to see the 3060 Ti in all its glory tomorrow, along with what I hear is a very sad game. Yet another one. Yeah, I really know how to pick them. But, I mean, the first game was sad. But it wasn't like... apparently this one is like Last of Us sad. So, it's called Requiem. Yes, Requiem. Why do you hurt me? Because I can. Let me turn down the game a little bit here, actually. The sadness is kind of hinted at, you know. Let me turn some shit down here. I do like the guitar work, though, but it is loud in my headphones. Yeah, but yeah, it is supposed to be a sad game. But we're gonna stream that one. Should not be nearly as long as Disco Elysium. It's not gonna be 10 parts. Like, I literally streamed this game 10 times. And I think a lot of people probably didn't tune into my stream because they wanted to play this game for themselves. So I think I did my job actually getting people into this game. There's actually a lot of my friends who are like, I'm not watching your stream because I want to play this game. I'm like, fair enough, fine, experience it. I really, really, really enjoyed this game. In fact, I would probably, this game is definitely in my top 20 games of all time. This was really an amazing game. The atmosphere was incredible. The gameplay was, you know, it's an isometric RPG. So, I mean, gameplay, I don't think the gameplay was the focus. The focus was the story and the atmosphere and the lore and the world building. It was a really, really amazing experience. I've never played a game quite like... The only game I could probably compare this to would be Planescape Torment, and kind of... I mean, there's combat in that game. It's not great combat, but as far as, like, a detailed isometric RPG with an incredible story, go check out Planescape Torment. It's where this game got a lot of its stuff from. So yeah, check that game out. And if you haven't played Disco Elysium, go check it out. It's an incredible game. It was an incredible experience. But yeah, so the next game we're going to do is Plague Tale Requiem. That's tomorrow. And then next, we're going to stream that for a while. After that, I'm going to do... I got the list right here, so hold on one second, y'all. I'm just going to list off some games that we're going to stream right here, right now. Right now. This is the next currently streaming. I'm going to edit that real quick. So, I'm going to put this one in here now. So, Plague Tale Requiem is next. After that, we're going to do God of War 2018. So that should be a fun time. And then we're going to finish up Horizon Zero Dawn after that. And then, 2 indie games that I've been interested in. One's called My Beautiful Paper Smile, which is the same guy who did Choo Choo Charles as before. Like, it's this weird indie game. I watched Markiplier do a video of it. It looked pretty cool. Mankind Be Vigilant. We loved you. And then, Sable is after that. Mad Max. Metro 2033 Redux. Alien Isolation. Beyond Good and Evil, Killer 7, and Power Slave Exhumed. So that is the list currently. Now, this list is subject to change. Ever tried RE4 randomized? I don't think I'd be into, like, randomizer kind of games. It's not really my thing. And plus, I had my share of Resident Evil 4 already. I streamed that game not too long ago. So, not really. Not really my thing. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here, guys. I'm gonna do a raid real quick. Send you guys somewhere to somebody who's streaming right now. Let's see who is raiding. Have a good one. Thank you all so much, and thank you all so much for 200 follows. This has been really, really cool and really awesome. Hold on one second, y'all. Let's see who's streaming right now. Viridescent is not streaming. And she popped into my stream not too long ago. So I'm gonna send you all her way. Raid channel Very Descent. Yeah, she's playing Warhammer 40,000 Darktide. Kind of a newer game. Really good streamer. A sweetheart. And yeah. You all have a good night. I will be back tomorrow, probably about 6 p.m. We're going to play some Plague Tale Requiem, and I'm going to play it till about 11, because I have to work that night. So, you all have a good one. It's been really fun. Dr. Baby, signing out. Remember, ride doesn't pay. Good night. And let's rate. There we go. Good night, y'all.